Amanda from StraightSmile Solutions, StraightSmileSolutions.com, and today we're going to be talking about purchasing an intraoral scanner. And kind of released this in preparation for Chicago midwinter. I know, goodness, with my StraightSmile Solutions prospective clients, I get this question multiple times a week. So I partnered up with the team at Yankee Tech Digital, and I'm happy to introduce you to them if you want to know more about what they do. To help bring you this article, thank you so much to Manny and Michael for helping me prep this article and the content within it. And I'm going to talk to you guys about these top 18 points to consider when you're purchasing an intraoral scanner. And if you're going to be at Chicago midwinter, be sure to visit StraightSmileSolutions.com, ping me, friend me on LinkedIn, go to our YouTube site, and learn more. But this is going to be a long video, so hang with me as we go through this, and feel free to message me with questions. So first of all, I just want to say off the top that to me, getting an intraoral scanner is 100% a no-brainer. And I know that the team at Yankee Tech Digital agrees too. Listen, if you show me your numbers, show me your procedures, show me what you're doing, I'm going to push back and show you that you will make this profitable, and you'll be in the black certainly within a very short period of time if you're using your intraoral scanner wisely, and if you're picking the right one for the practice that you're doing and your particular practice philosophy. So that brings me to the first item on the list, which is price. What should you be spending and how much should you be spending? And there's a huge range of prices for these, and we'll kind of go over some of the other features, and I think that will help you understand the price one a little bit more. But just something you may or may not know, that there are some labs that are willing to help subsidize the financing for intraoral scanners if you're a loyal customer. So, and I do know some that are doing this, so feel free to message me and I'd be glad to connect you. Also, there are some scanning companies that will lease scanners, lease to own kind of stuff. So, open your mind. It doesn't hurt to ask. And as my auntie would say, don't ask, don't get. So why not ask, right? Doesn't hurt to ask. Number 2, maneuverability. So what is your plan for this scanner? Are you going to just park it in one op and never move it out? Do you have a designated scam op? Is this scanner going to need to be mobile from op to op? Is it going to need to be mobile from office to office? Or are you going to need to use it portably, like at a health fair or something like that? So these are all things you need to talk to your team about. Monthly user fees. Some scanners have monthly fees. Some don't. Some do only for the first year. Some don't include the data fee. So these are all things you need to ask and look into and add it into the overall cost of the scanner. Tech support. Listen, stuff's going to go wrong. So who's responsible when things go wrong? Things are going to break. Things aren't going to be connecting properly. Who's going to be helping you? How quickly can they help you? Does that cost additional fees? I know the team at Yankee Tech Digital can help you with that as well. It's not included in the cost of the scanner. It's an additional cost. But these are all things that you need to have set up because when things go wrong, you don't want it to bring down your operations. Weight. So the question is, you need to hold that scanner in your hand and then hold it for a really long time and see how that feels. If the darn thing is heavy, and if you have the same team member doing it day after day after day, they're not going to be too happy with you. So, for sure, I believe everyone should be cross-trained, but it also shouldn't be something that's done day in, day out unless it's super light. So these are just things to think about too. Tip size and comfort. If you're working with pedo patients, teen patients, or geriatric patients, you need the most small, streamlined tip that's really comfortable, because I've had some experience with some scanning units and they're huge and they're sharp and the edges are rough, and getting back there is torture. It's really like a medieval torture device. And I'm not saying that your staff member can't finesse it to do it right, because everyone can do it gently, but if there's even more of a learning curve to get it comfortable, maybe it's not the right one. So, there are ones that are super petite and tiny and get around all those edges, without poking the patient. Cross arch accuracy in microns. So depending on what you're doing with it, if you're scanning a whole mouth versus just a tooth for a crown, there's a different level of accuracy. So you need to think about what you're using it for. And if you're at all thinking about doing, say, dentures or aligners, then you need to have a minimum cross arch accuracy. So things to ask about. because you'd hate to get something and then, oh, sorry, can't use it for aligners, you know? Replacement tip costs. Tip lifespan, it's all kind of the same thing. Some are going to have disposable tips. Some are going to have autoclavable tips. The question is, how much is it per disposable tips? Obviously, do the math. Or how much is it for a replacement tip? What's the average lifespan of the tip? And is that guaranteed? So do the math, see which one's better. Obviously, disposable tips are not that environmentally friendly, but if you're not going to have access to your autoclave, you know, and that's gross, you know? So things you got to think about. You know, you got to be OSHA compatible. Touch screen capability, that is a pet peeve of mine because I've certainly done a lot, as you know, a lot of secret shopping to some of these scan shops, direct-to-consumer scan shops, and that grosses me out when they do not respect OSHA with a touch screen. That's nasty. I see it all the time. So make sure your team members are following OSHA standards. Another one to talk about is file type. So everyone's pretty familiar with STLs, but then there's another file format called PLY. PLY contains more information than STL, and it is becoming more popular amongst CAD/CAM software packages. So these are just things you want to look into. Not everyone offers PLY. You may not even need it. Mode of image capture. There are ones that are continuous and there's ones that are stable. Continuous image capture is video-based, and video-based intraoral scanners are getting faster and easier. Just things to find out if you need to be connected to the cloud while you're scanning or if you can be offline. So definitely ask about that, and then just think about your own network and how that would work within your office and where you're planning to use it. Obviously, if you're going outside your office, that would not be ideal. Use of powder. I know everyone goes, yuck, powder, but sometimes powdering is necessary if there's a shiny surface. So, you know, it's not necessarily a bad thing, but you got to think about what you're doing. Open solution. So I think this is a total no-brainer unless you want to be, you know, totally owned by other companies. So basically, you want to have an open connection so that the lab can work with any CAD/CAM system that accepts STL, the standard format. That way, the lab can use its own equipment for the 3D printing, right? So I think that's definitely the way to go. We all see what happens when an open system is not accepted. So we talked a little bit about disposable tips already. Manufacturer's warranty. Does the manufacturer's warranty offer an extended warranty? If so, how long? What does it cover? Multidisciplinary functionality. What are you going to use this for? Are you going to use it just for aligners? Are you going to use it for surgical guides? Are you going to use it for crown and bridge? What are you using it for? Everything, anything, some stuff, don't know. If you're not sure, you want to make sure you have multidisciplinary functionality. And lastly, the automatic bite alignment registration. This is also a no-brainer for me. If the bite isn't articulating, you don't want to have to manually do that. It's kind of a pain, so you want it to automatically do that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So many things to think about, but for sure, message me if you have any questions or if you want me to connect you with the Yankee Tech Digital crew. I can do that as well. Go to StraightSmileSolutions.com to schedule a complimentary consultation. All right, thanks so much, guys. Have a great day.